welcome to the last news bulletin for March. This is Maries Leroux with my colleague Valdi Volskink, and we are bringing you all the latest news that is available in the Rustenburg Herald for this week.
Goeiedag kykers en lesers, welkom by hierdie bulletin. Ja, en hulle die maana so verbygaan, 'n oud kollega van my het gesê die dae glip soos blink visse tussen ons vingers deur. Dis baie mooi gesê, nee. Op bladsy 1 hierdie week spring ons weg met storie oor die sukses en die erflating, soos ons sê, die legacy van Technicool Air Contracts in Rustenburg, wat onlangs hulle 50ste bestaanjaarvieringe gehad het. Mense wil amper sê, in 'n plek soos Rustenburg, wat ongekende temperature het, veral soos vandag weer, kan mense jou nie indink dat daar nie 'n voorloper onderneming moet wees wat in lugversorging spesialiseer nie. Gelukkig is dit so. Rustenburg het Technicool Air Contracts die afgelope 50 jaar al tot ons beskikking, en dit help ons om baie koeler deur hierdie lewe te gaan. Die hele storie op bladsy 12, mooi voorbladfoto van die hele span wat verskil maak in Rustenburg en wat nou al die halfpadmerk bereik het op pad na hulle 100ste bestaanjaar.
And then, in a story that did not make national headlines, I spoke to my colleagues about it in the office last week, is the fact that the previous executive head of Eskom, André de Ruyter, has been found not guilty of any wrongdoings during his time at the company. Now, this has not been really displayed on any of the news networks, been printed in the newspapers, been available online, which we thought was quite unfair after the way that he was dismissed or let go or wanted to go from this enterprise. And it's good news to see that he did indeed leave a clean slate behind him with no wrongdoing found against him. So that full story is on page 4 of this week's newspaper.
Terwyl ons nog gepraat het van mense wat ergens heen op pad is, die sogenaamde Safer Easter operation op die N4, Bakwena N4, het verlede week afgeskop, die Rustenburgse munisipaliteit, die Rustenburgse polisie, wetstoepassingsagentskappe en so meer, op die N4. Dis nou vir mense om veiliger paasnaweek te verseker in aanloop en na afloop van die naweek. Wetstoepassingsagentskap se mense doen alles wat hulle kan, werp alles in die stryd om seker te maak dat motoriste in hierdie tyd veilig by hulle bestemmings aankom, dat daar minder slagting op ons paaie is en dat die paasnaweek vir baie meer aangename dinge onthou sal word.
On the note of safety, we received a press release from the South African Police Service regarding water safety, especially in open water like rivers or dams. Now, coincidentally, over the course of this long weekend past, there were quite a few drownings reported in the province. So there are some safety tips on page 7 of this week in terms of how to behave in and around open water. There was even an incident nationally reported of a boy whose arm was completely bitten off, sorry, a bit gory, by a crocodile. So please be aware when you might just be out on a fishing trip, not even swimming, and incidents like this can take place. So be aware of what you are doing, where your family members are, wear life jackets, all those kinds of things. Take it into consideration when you are out on the open water.
Ja, die seentjie met die krokodil wat sy arm verloor het, dit is nou 'n naderdraai van die storie waaroor ek nou gaan praat. Na ongelooflike reën die afgelope 2 maande is ons damme propvol. Ons sê ons reënmeters staan boepens. Riviere was in vloed, krokodille, seekoeie, enige ding wat lewe is in die riviere afgespoel na ons damme toe. So mense moet versigtig wees wanneer hulle by damme, riviere en so meer hengel, uitkamp, vakansie hou, bootry. Die krokodille is oral. En dit gaan ons rukkie vat om ons damme te suiwer, ons riviere te suiwer en ons hengeldamme skoon te maak. Seker te maak daar's nie bedreiging van krokodille in nie. Ja, kyk maar na die syfers, dis nou 'n hele beriggie hier wat ons sê, beide Februarie en Maart aansienlik meer gereën as in die oor die instemmende tydperk van verlede jaar. En soos ons sê, die damme is omtrent almal propvol. Tot oorlopends toe vol, baie van hulle loop steeds oor.
And then the last story from my side, the 2023-24 municipal audit outcome was recently presented to the legislator in the province, and no surprise, unfortunately, quite a lot of expenditures that are irregular, that are unexplained, that are over and above what is needed. And one of the things that were identified is the fact that petrol cards are being abused by those in power across municipalities in the province. And during the audit outcome, it was also said that not one single municipality in the entire Northwest province was receiving of a clean audit. Now, this is very worrisome. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be accounted for. I'm unsure by whom, unfortunately, because these are the powers that be, and they are misspending and not accounting for the things that they do with our hard-earned tax money. So let's hope that these kind of stories can die down after accountability has been afforded to those that abuse the powers that are awarded to them.
My laaste storieetjie vir hierdie week, ons roep al ons kunstenaars, ons gewilde kunstkompetisie met groot prysgeld op die spel, die eerste been van 2025, die eerste kwartaal loop nou hier rondom die Paasnaweek ten einde. Dan gaan ons 2 wenners aanwys wat deurgaan na die finale rondes toe, finaliste met ander woorde, en elkeen van hulle wen natuurlik 'n kontantprys van R1000. So neem kennis van die sluitingsdatum, die berigie staan hier op bladsy 23. Alles wat jy moet weet is daar, bring in jou kunswerk. Onthou aan die einde van die jaar is daar 2 reuse pryse op die spel, en dit is inkoopbewyse by Pick n Pay ter waarde van R10.000 elk. Dis voorwaar nie te versmaai nie. Daarmee gaan ek groet, voorspoed vir die naweek, voorspoed vir die nuwe week wat kom. Lyk my ons gaan reën kry, hou die sambrele en die reënjas aan naby, en ja, pas op vir die damme, ons het gesê.
Keep safe, keep well, until next week.
Mooi bly.